Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Beast Morphers Gold Ranger. This action figure came out in 2019 and I found it in the store in 2019. And here it is in a nice package, a window box here where we can see the action figure and the accessories so we can inspect it to make sure it's actually the action figure we want. Also, we can see if there are any defects. So that's a nice thing about the window boxes. There is the top of the box. This was not actually hanging up. Sometimes they just set these on the shelf. Here is the bottom of the box. And here is some artwork on the side of the package, and it wraps around to this side. So it looks nice. Here's the other side where it looks like a bookend. And here is the back with a product shot. We see the action figure in a pose, some manufacturing information. What's surprising is that there's no cross-sell, there's no pictures of other action figures that are available as part of this wave of action figures. And there's no mini biography about this action figure. Now this one is part of Wave 2 of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So in just a moment I'll open this up and review the action figure itself. Here are the accessories that come with the Gold Ranger action figure. Here are a couple of gripping hands or trigger finger hands and gripping hands that were on the action figure in the package. Looks like they're nicely sculpted and painted. And extra hands. Here's a fist, a right-handed fist, and a left hand with some kind of symbol. I have not seen the Beast Morphers TV series, so I'm sure this character does something like that, otherwise they wouldn't do that. Here is a blaster. Looks like it's nicely sculpted and painted, so they put a lot of effort into making the small accessories with the sculpting and the painting. Lots of detailed work. Here is a sword. I think it's a sword, maybe a techno sword, but it's a little bit warped here. Kind of pliable plastic and it's warped. And then here is some sort of energy effect or blast effect. And we can slide the sword into a hole somewhere in here. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. So that's interesting. These are things they didn't have in action figures way back in the 70s or 80s or 90s, so a neat idea. Here's the human head. Looks like it's nicely sculpted. I guess it looks like the actor that portrayed this character. I haven't seen the show yet, but seems to look alright to me. And then here is the helmet for the Gold Ranger. I think this Gold Ranger's animal is supposed to be a beetle. At least I think it is. Now this part is a bit pliable up here, but it's nicely sculpted and painted. Now I didn't have too much trouble pulling this off. There's just a little pop as I pulled this off, so I don't think there would be much trouble putting it back on or putting on the human head. And the hands, I did not have much trouble pulling those out, so we'll see if there's any problems pulling them or pushing them back in. Here is the Gold Ranger action figure. Let's see how tall this action figure is. Looks like just a little bit more than 6 inches tall. And let's take a closer look at the details here. So we looked at the helmet earlier, so I think it looks nice. I'm guessing it's accurate to the show. I've had no trouble taking the head off or putting it back on, but I could not put on the human head. It just wouldn't pop in for some reason. So perhaps I have to use a hair dryer to heat it up to be able to push it on, but I don't think I should have to do that, especially right out of the package. Here's an extra harness that is attached to the action figure. Well, it's just loosely attached. So it looks nice. Pliable plastic. And there, kind of a gold color, although it seems like there's just a slight difference in gold here. Maybe it's just my imagination. It just looks a little different from this part to this part here. And lots of nice sculpting work in it, so it kind of looks like cloth or fabric. So it's not quite armor and it's not skin, so they did put some effort to put in some wrinkles to make it look more realistic. That's part of why I like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figures. They just look more realistic than some of the other earlier Power Rangers action figures. Here's a belt piece and an extra piece that's meant to be part of the outfit. An extra plastic piece that's glued onto the lower body or the waist here. So I just like the way the Beast Morphers outfits look. And then here, this one's different from the Red Ranger. It looks like a little bits of armor on the thighs here. Interesting boots here and shin guards. Lots of sculpting work. Interesting boots. I'm not sure what these extra pieces are. They don't move, but a lot of extra sculpting on this particular action figure. We have peg holes on the heels of the boots. More sculpting work on the back. So they paid attention to the detail all over this action figure. Plus an interesting design here where it's like half is gold and half is black. So they paid attention to all angles of this action figure. So I appreciate the attention to detail. Now I don't know how accurate it is to the show, but at least the action figure looks like they put some work on all sides of it. Let's take a look at the articulation. We can look up a little bit. Now it's easy to pull off the head if we hook our thumb under the chin here. There, pretty easy, and then easy to put back on. The human head doesn't go on for some reason. We can look down, turn side to side, a little bit of pivoting is nice. The shoulders, we have butterfly joints in the shoulders. We can see that here. So, very nice. We could probably take this thing off, but I don't want to. We can go out. Now this one, very stiff, tight ratcheting there. This one's easier. Go out that much. Very tight. So that shoulder is a bit stiff there. We can go around. Very nice. We have bicep cuts. So that works. We have double jointed elbows. Very impressive. Wow, very nice. A little bit ratcheted. And then the wrists can all turn. And they have hinges. Very nice. And a diaphragm cut. We can't crunch forward, but we move back a bit more. You can go side to side, go around. There are no waist cuts on Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figures. We can do some splits. Not too bad. Well, could be better. Can kick forward that much. And back just a little bit. Same on this side. And upper thigh cut. Nope, that one's not working. This one is working. This one is
Nope, not working. And double jointed knees. Not too bad. And I did not find any boot cuts on this. There might be, but they're just not working for me, and I'm not going to force it. The ankles go down just a little bit. This ankle is not working very well for me, so I'm not going to force it. This one goes up. This one, when I try to bend it, it feels like the whole foot is going to break off, so I'm just not going to force it. We have pivoting. So I like how this action figure looks. It just seems like there's a lot of problems with the joints, like the ankle joint, the upper thigh cut doesn't seem to be working, and shoulder joint is not working. So I'm just a little disappointed about the problems with the joints right out of the package. But it certainly looks cool. Maybe it's just the gold color. I like the gold color. Also the head. I couldn't put the human head on it, so a few problems with this particular action figure. Here's the Gold Ranger with some of his equipment. His blaster, pistol, whatever that is, and the sword. I think I had to put the handguard part in his hand rather than the handle because I was having a hard time getting these weapons in the hands. The thumbs are kind of getting in the way there. And there's soft pliable plastic, and I was afraid if I kept pushing it the wrong way, eventually the thumb would break or it would warp and just become more difficult to put things in the hand. So I think there's a problem with the hands being able to hold weapons. It's a bit hard to put it in correctly, and I keep worrying about breaking it, and I certainly don't want to break it because these things cost too much money for me to be breaking it like that, especially right out of the package. It's only been out of the package for maybe 30 minutes or so by this point. Here is the Beast Morphers Gold Ranger next to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin White Ranger, and next to the Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic action figure. All of them are made by Hasbro. They're all in the 6-inch scale. He looks like Mr. Fantastic is just a little bit taller than these two action figures. Here is Beast Morphers Gold Ranger next to the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure, 6 inches by Jazzwares, and Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure, 7 inches by Mattel. Here is Beast Morphers Gold Ranger next to the 4-inch Rust Lord action figure from the Fortnite series by Jazzwares, and a 4-inch Adventurer action figure from an Animal Planet set. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating for the Beast Morphers Gold Ranger is just okay. So he's looking a little bit sad about being just okay. I wanted to like this action figure more. However, there are problems with some of the joints. The shoulder joint being really tight, and I don't want to have to use too much leverage or I'll break the arm off. Also, this ankle joint I think is too tight or something, so I can't move it up, and if I keep pushing I'm afraid I'll break that. Also, the thumb joints made it really hard to put the weapons in the hands, so I'm a little disappointed about that. Also, the human head, I couldn't even put it on. I might be able to do that with a hairdryer, but I shouldn't have to do that. So if it weren't for those problems, you know, based on how the action figure looks, I'd rate this much more highly. I might even have this action figure standing up here because I just like the way it looks. It just looks really cool. I just need joints that actually work. I don't want to be worried about it breaking in my hands. So that's my review. Thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.